Alright, what's going on? How's it going, guys? How's it going? What's going on? How's it going, guys? How's it going? Well, welcome to another abandoned video. Now, I'm here in Centereach. I'm at this abandoned urban clothing store called Utopia. Now, I'm not exactly sure when it closed. I do know that it was open for a while. And just recently, like maybe about a week or two ago, I was in the area and I noticed that it closed. So I'm not exactly sure how long it closed. Maybe it was recent. Maybe you guys know. I don't know. But it's located right here on Middle Country Road. The address to the place is 2343 Middle Country Road, Centereach, New York, 11720. So now I didn't think I was going to be able to do a video at this place because initially when I passed it, they had all the windows covered up with brown paper. And now that most of the paper has fallen off, a good amount of the paper has fallen off, it's going to give me an opportunity to look inside, and, it's the evening. It's a nice, a nice evening. It's a little chilly out here, a little breezy, but, it's nice, So check this out, because this weekend is Memorial Day weekend. I got my American flag shades, and I got my New York Islanders military camo hat. Pretty cool, right? To celebrate Memorial Day weekend, you know what I mean? Memorial Day weekend's coming up this weekend. Memorial Day is in exactly a week from today, May 26th. So I'm wearing my American sunglasses, my American flag sunglasses, and my New York Islanders camo hat. I just picked up this camo hat for $5 at Island Thrift off the block from here. So it's pretty cool. So, yeah. All right, well, it's the evening, and, I don't want to blabber on too much. I don't want to lose any, I don't want to lose any daylight, because the sun is gone already. It's already sunset. So I don't want to lose any daylight. So, like I always say in my videos, enough with the talking, enough with the yapping, and let's get out of the car and check out this abandoned Utopia urban clothing store here in Centereach. Here we go. Alright, what's going on? Well, here we are. Welcome to the abandoned Utopia clothing store here in Centereach. 2343 Middle Country Road, Centereach, New York, 11720. So, I got the street sign right here in front of me. It says Utopia. It was a smoke shop, adult shop, incense and candles, crystals and tarots, and clothing and gifts. So it was just your ordinary urban store. See right here behind me? See? So it was just your ordinary urban store that sold different varieties of items, So I looked inside and it looked like they stripped out the entire place. The whole place is gutted from the inside. Everything is stripped. So it's pretty cool. My batteries are 15%. So I'm over here doing this and I don't want to lose any more daylight. So what are you waiting for? Enough with the talking, enough with the yapping, and let's turn the camera around and check out this abandoned Utopia urban store here in Centereach. Here we go. Alrighty, and there it is, the abandoned Utopia urban store here in Centereach. Let's check this place out. Now there goes the street sign right over here, Utopia, smoke shop, adult shop, incense and candles, crystals and tarots and clothing and gifts. So it was just your ordinary standard urban store. Sounds like a store that you would find out in the city, out in Times Square. So I would assume that the electricity is off because everything inside the store is stripped. And I went to the back because I parked discreetly in the back of the parking lot. I parked in the very back of the parking lot over there in the back of the building, and there's 2 motion sensors, and I've been having horrible luck lately with that. So, there goes the inside. Yep, completely stripped. Wow. Yeah. Well, those people with their horns again on Middle Country Road. Here we go. Wow. The whole place is gone. It's stripped out. They even ripped out all the floors and carpets. You see nothing but a bunch of wires and everything hanging out from the ceiling. Wow. Crazy, man. It's a pretty big store, too. This place used to be located somewhere across the street. I think it was either up the road or somewhere around here. They were in a much smaller setting. They once occupied well, where it once was, I think it was up the road. It was over there somewhere up the road. I think it was up that way, or it was up the other way. But it was, at one point, it was in a much smaller setting. It was inside a much smaller setting. And now the space that it once occupied is a Domino's. There you go, you can see better in here. There it goes. Hey, anyone need a fire extinguisher? Just in case you eat too much Taco Bell. What's that over there? Looks like that's one of the units that you would use to put cards. You know, like birthday cards and greeting cards or whatever. That's what it looks like. Your birthday cards, greeting cards, whatever. Let's see, what's this? That's a roll of something. I'm not sure exactly what that is. A roll, and there goes a water heater. A small little water tank. Nope. Completely gone. No more. Wow. And like I said, I'm not exactly sure when it closed. You know, I just noticed it recently. Maybe about a week or two ago. What the hell is that right there? What the heck is that? Sorry about the glare. I don't know what the hell that is. But like I said before, I just found out about this place recently. Like maybe about a week or two ago, I was in the area and I noticed that it was closed. And I asked around and nobody knew when it closed. So, there it goes. The abandoned Utopia urban store here in Centereach. No more. Pretty big place, man. It was much bigger than the building they once had. Oh yeah, looks like they got some kind of a table here. Yeah, looks like they're doing some kind of work. Oh no, they disabled all the fire alarms. Wow, look at it. All the fire alarms and everything is disabled. Wow. That's crazy, man. Alright, my battery's on 5%. So, oh, you never know. Let's see. Nope. Not meant to be. Just like Wally always says in this video. Not meant to be. We're going to go to the back of the building here. Okay. I'm going to try to step away from the building. Even though there's no electricity of some sorts, there's a motion sensor right here. And then there's another one right above the door. There's a speaker box right above the door. So I'm going to stay back. You see the one sensor here? You see it right there? Boom. There's one here and then there's another one right there. And then they have the speaker mounted right there above the door. So I'm going to do what's best for my own interest, and I'm going to stay away from that area. Anyways, there's not much to see back here anyways, other than the fact that it's closed. They had a window over there that's boarded up. Looked like somebody had to smash out the window over there, like that's necessary, right? Sheesh. And other than that, it's closed. Alrighty. There goes Casper. Alright. Well, I know it's a quick video, but I figured since I had nothing to do on this Monday evening, I'll come out here and film a video for you guys, you know what I mean? Alright, well, if my battery dies, I'm going to let it charge for a bit, and then I'm going to do the walk around. And then I'll see you guys in the car for the outro, alright? Alrighty. See you guys in a few. What's going on? So what do you guys think about that, huh? What'd you think? Huh? Pretty cool, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, even though it was a shorter video, I'm glad I came out here to check this place out for you guys, you know what I mean? And like I said, it looked like it was a recent closure. But now, seeing the condition that we just saw it on the inside, it looks like it was closed a little while ago. If you guys know exactly when it closed, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Now, I'm not exactly sure when it closed, but, I mean, if I had to guess, it was probably a while ago. Judging by how everything looks inside, everything is stripped out. You got wires hanging all over the ceiling. They disabled all the fire alarms. It looks like the place has been closed down for a while. And I'm just literally, I just literally noticed it, maybe about a week or two ago. So who knows? Maybe it wasn't recent. Maybe they closed down a much longer time ago. Who knows? I don't know. I have no idea. So, I mean, I don't know. And like I said before, this place was occupied a smaller space. It was up the road over here on, it was right here, Middle Country Road. Yeah, it was up the road over here, Middle Country Road. And now the space that Utopia once occupied, that was much smaller, is now occupied by Domino's Pizza. So, yeah, so where they once were, now it's occupied by Domino's. So, and obviously they came over here and they had a much bigger space. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. I'm not exactly sure what used to be here beforehand. I'm not sure what used to be here, But, I mean, it's pretty cool to actually come over here and check this place out. I know it was a shorter video. I mean, it was just one giant closed building, one giant closed airport-looking hangar, airplane-looking hangar, thingamajigger, whatever it is. But, I mean, it was still pretty cool to come out here and check it out, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, So, anyway, listen, I got to bring something up real quick, man. So, I just have to clarify this real quick, man. My boy Holiday Studios hit me up a couple of days ago. Like a day or two ago, my boy Holiday Studios hit me up. And, he pinged me in a post. And apparently, there's somebody named Daniel Noonan, okay, now known as the Big Lots Fandom. He's trying to steal my Yeah, he's trying to copy my So, listen, man. It's, listen, it's all fun and all or whatever. It's all cool. But listen, man. If you're going to try to at least use my material, use what I do on a daily basis. What's going on? Yo. How's it going, guys? How's it going? Let's check this place out. Whatever other catchphrases and everything that I use in my video, listen, if you wanted to use everything or at least some material that I use, if you wanted to, listen, Danny, if you wanted to use whatever it is that I use, I'm not pissed off. I'm not, first of all, let me clear that out. I'm not angry at all. I'm not mad. I'm not, I'm not angry. I find it comical that somebody actually brought it to my attention saying, yo, this dude is trying to copyright your and obviously he's using all the stuff you say every day, all your catchphrases, and I'm like, oh man, damn. Okay, no problem, whatever. So I'm going to address the situation on my next video, and listen, Danny, I get it, okay? I get it. It's funny how I do everything, and it's pretty cool, how everything happens, with the way I say it, that's just, a lot of YouTubers out there have their catchphrases, like, for example, Roman Atwood. At the end of his videos, Roman Atwood says, smile more. Wally B26. You guys know I absolutely love Wally. And I only use one of his catchphrases. And that's when he puts his thumbs up and he says, stay awesome. That's the only catchphrase from Wally that I use. And obviously, mine at the end is, keep smiling, stay happy, stay cool, and just enjoy your life. What's going on? Those are my catchphrases, and it's cool. Listen, I don't have any copyright. I don't have any patent on any of that But listen, man, I mean, if you wanted to use it, you could have at least asked. I mean, if you would have asked me, I would have gladly said yes. I mean, I guess it's already out there, but if you wanted to use it, just, let's just be real. And I'll tell Holiday. I told my boy Holiday Studios, I said, listen, man, he may be using my catchphrases and everything, but ain't nobody out here gonna replace my iconic voice. No, there ain't nobody who's gonna replace my true iconic Long Island buzz. You know what I mean? And as happy and go lucky as I am, I'm a functioning autistic individual, which is why I act the way I act, because I'm a functioning, highly energetic, functioning autistic individual who falls in a category of a very high fuel, very high energy, functioning autistic individual on the autism spectrum. And that's why I act the way I act sometimes. And people ask me if this is my real voice. Yes, it is my real voice. They ask me if this is my real voice. Is he actually talking? Is he acting? No, this is my real voice. I'm a true Long Islander. I was raised out here in Long Island. You guys see I got the New York Islanders hat on. Obviously, I was born in Islander. I was raised in Islander, and I'm going to die in Islander. And me having the iconic voice that I do is simply because I'm autistic. I'm a highly fueled, highly energetic, high-profile, functioning autistic individual that falls into the category spectrum of autism that has ADHD. That's just who I am. And obviously when things happen, I handle them accordingly. And I know how to conduct myself in professional settings when things like this happen. And obviously, Danny, if you wanted to use my stuff, you could have asked me. You could have just asked me. You could have just asked me and I would have said yeah. But listen, I'm not pissed off and I'm not mad. I'm just saying, like, if you want to use something, just ask me, man. Just ask me, okay? It's not that big of a deal. I'm not pissed off, but I just want to clear the water with that. All right? Okay, cool. Let bygones be bygones. All right? All right, man. So anyways, yeah, man. So like I said before, now back on topic. Now that I cleared the water with all that. So yeah, man, so this one was located right here on Middle Country Road. Like I said before in the address, or like I said before in the intro, the address to this place is 2343 Middle Country Road, Centereach, New York, 11720. So as you guys saw in the video, it was your typical urban store. Now, what exactly it meant by adult shop, I don't know what it meant by that, but I would assume that it had inappropriate items for sale for that of the older generation. I don't know. But I'm not going to say exactly what I know it is because I don't want my channel to get demonetized. I'm a family-friendly channel, and I don't want my channel to get demonetized. But I kind of have an idea of what it is. I kind of know what it is. Actually, I do know what it is, and I know what it means. But I'm not going to say it because obviously I don't want my channel to get demonetized. But I think most people who have their head on right would know exactly what adult shop means. But it was just a typical urban store. So, pretty cool, man. So, yeah. All right, well, I'm going to get out of here because, obviously, well, the daylight is over already. It's already past 8 o'clock at night. And I don't live that far from here. I don't live that far. So, I'm going to head out. I'm going to start heading home. And, I just figured I had nothing to do. I figured it's Monday evening. I figured I'd come out here and chill with you guys for a bit. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. I'm sorry I haven't been posting lately. I know I filmed 2 videos last Saturday on the 17th. I filmed 2 videos last weekend. I did the Abandoned Bahama Breeze that recently just closed last Thursday. And then I revisited the Abandoned Pizza Hut. Over here in Centereach, literally right up the road from where I'm at right now. It's literally up the street from where I'm at right now. The Abandoned Pizza Hut. I revisited that place after doing it maybe 1 or 2 years ago. So I haven't posted those videos yet. I'm going to edit them tonight and then post them tonight. I haven't done nothing yet because it's been chaos. It's been chaos at home. There's been a lot of chaos going on. It's been really chaotic. It's been catastrophically chaotic going on at home. And again, my grandmother ended up in the hospital. We had to call an ambulance again at 3 o'clock in the morning about a week or 2 ago. And my grandmother was in ACU. Well, CACU. She was in CACU for about 12 hours. Critical Acute Care Unit. She was there for about 12 hours. Because, my grandmother has a case and history of congestive heart failure. That she can't breathe and whatever, and she gets fluid in her lungs. But, luckily, she came home the following day. They gave her an oxygen mask and everything was going on. So we're still dealing with that and everything going on. And it's just been really chaotic, man. I'm just trying to, figure out how to get around, you know what I mean? But, I've been spending a lot of time at MacArthur Airport. I've been spending a lot of time over there because being around aviation really keeps my mind level-headed, you know what I mean? Being around the airport and listening to airplanes and everything, just being around that environment helps me stay calm and collected. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. So, but other than that, everything's all right. But I miss you guys. you know. So, but we're back. We're back, guys. So here we are. All right. Alrighty. It's getting to that point now where you can't barely see me anymore. You can hardly see me. So, you know, yeah, you can barely see me anymore. So obviously now, right here is where I'm going to end the video. So I hope you guys are doing cool. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. You know, and I hope you guys enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. The weather may not cooperate, but I think it's just going to rain on Thursday and Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe Wednesday. But look, the weather is looking pretty good for Memorial Day weekend. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a good night. All right? And just like Wally always says at the end of his videos, you guys stay awesome. And just like I always say at the end of my videos, you guys stay cool, stay happy, keep smiling, and just enjoy your life. What's going on? All right? Alrighty, guys. Until the wind blows us to our next destination, I shall see you guys there. All right? Alrighty. See you later, guys. Peace out, and I'll see you at the next location, wherever that may be. All right? Alrighty, guys. See you later.